Presenting the Northwest Bank Wildcat News with Bolt News Director Alex Solzman. News from the Humboldt schools presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank. Now, here's Alex.
Welcome to Wildcat News on KHBT, brought to you by Northwest Bank. And we have some cast members from Shrek the Musical, which is being performed at the Humboldt High School on November 6th, 7th, and 8th, joining us in the studio today, as well as their director, Mike Blair. So we have Mike Blair, Humboldt High School vocal music instructor. We also have Sam George, who will play the role of Shrek, Taylor McKinney, who will play Fiona, and Mason Wicked, who will play Donkey. They are all joining me in the studio this morning. And so I thank everybody for coming in on this early Wednesday morning.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
And they'll not only be talking to me today, but we'll also hear some songs from the musical after our commercial break. So this is a special edition of Wildcat News today. And Mike, why Shrek the Musical? What has made this such a fun musical for everybody who's either seen it on stage or seen the film version?
During the production, we've always said, or we sometimes say, what the Shrek were we thinking? Because it's a very fun musical. I mean, just the music in it is lively and it's fun and sometimes dramatic and just wonderful. The storyline is great. It's got a great message for the kids and for anybody. But there's a lot of technical difficulties and things like that to overcome. But we're getting there. We're going to be ready.
And how about Sam, Taylor, Mason? When you found out that the fall musical this year was Shrek, what did you guys think?
I never really got the initial shock. Everybody told me before I could figure it out.
I thought it was going to be really fun because when I was growing up, I'd always watch the movie, and I've seen the movie about 1,000 times, and it's a great movie, and being able to go up and act as one of those guys, I thought it was going to be really fun.
And the music in it is great, so I was really excited to work with the music.
And Mike, you talked about some of the logistical issues. What are some of the hurdles you guys have had to face when trying to get ready for this production in November?
Where to start? Well, there's the costume and the makeup, and so we've got some people helping us out with that. There's little things like a bird that explodes and what else?
Donkeys falling from the sky.
Donkey falls from the sky and things like that.
It's a crazy music.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So
Kind of.
We're having a lot of fun with it, though.
And Mike, we'll first start with our three cast members that are in here today. Talk about their roles and how special they are in terms of being matched up with that character.
Well, we always typecast, of course, so not really, but sometimes. I don't know. Taylor's voice just fit what I had in my head for Fiona. She's got a pretty mature sounding voice, and so she fit that part perfectly. And the other two, they just, in auditions, they just fell into it and thought that, they're just going to fit. So, and they've done a great job with it. They've come a long, long way in their characterizations, and Sam fell into the accent without even thinking about it, it seems like. And so, it's been really great working with him.
I probably shouldn't assume that all of our listeners know about Shrek. There might be a few out there that have been in a cave for the last 15 years. But what is Shrek about, and what is this story about?
Well, let me see. It all stems from Lord Farquaad, who's another funny character in the show, and he banishes all of the fairy tale creatures from Duloc. And that's what starts the whole ball rolling. The fairy tale creatures then are banished, and they go, and they end up in Shrek's swamp, where he lives. And of course, he likes to be alone and doesn't like to be disturbed or anything, so he travels off to Duloc to confront Lord Farquaad, and Farquaad says, okay, I'll give you your swamp back, but you have to rescue Prince Fiona first. And so then that ensues, and they meet and fall in love, and they don't know that they're both ogres at first, and so anyway, it all ensues from that. But the main message of the show that the kids and everybody else should take away is that you shouldn't judge people before you get to know them. And that's one of the important lines in the show. Shrek says that. People always say, what is it? What's your line? Now he can't think. The light's in his eyes. What is it?
Big, stupid, ugly ogre?
Yeah, people say I'm a
Big, stupid ugly
ogre. Yeah. And, that's their first reaction to him when they see him, before they get to know him. And that's the same with all of the other fairy tale creatures, too. They're banished because they're different. And Lord Farquaad wants everybody to be the same, not unique. And so this show is kind of embracing uniqueness. So,
Who are some of the other cast members that have roles in this?
Well, like I said, Lord Farquaad, and that's John Schaefer. He has to spend the whole show on his knees because Lord Farquaad is a short person, very short person. And that's his uniqueness, I guess. Let me see. We also have a bunch of fairy tale creatures.
Will Dunscombe as
Pinocchio, yes. Go ahead.
Niles is the gingerbread man.
Right, Andra Niles, the gingerbread man. She also plays the sugar plum fairy.
We also have not a lot, but some little younger kids helping out with us, and hats off to those guys just coming up and being with a bunch of upperclassmen and everything. And
yeah, Sidney Savory is playing young Fiona.
Brett Harclaw
is young Shrek, and also Grumpy. The dwarf.
Yeah. And Sam, we heard you break into the Shrek voice earlier. Was it hard to master that accent, or did you catch on pretty quickly?
Not really. It's not all that hard to slip in and out of accents.
And we talked, too, about just the different costumes and the different makeup. What's it been like having to get accustomed to all that? I especially imagine, Mason, that Donkey... that costume has to be pretty elaborate, I'd imagine.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't gotten our costumes yet.
Oh, okay.
That's on Monday.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And Thursday we get together with the pit orchestra for the first time. So, I mean, there's still a lot of things to do before we put it in front of the public, but it'll be there. And
they still have plenty of time. November 6th, 7th, and 8th is when it will be performed at 7 p.m. at the Humboldt High School Auditorium. Tickets are available, $8 for adults and $5 for students. And so we'll take a break. When we come back here on Wildcat News, we are going to hear some musical selections from Shrek the Musical, which again will be performed on November 6th, 7th, and 8th at the Humboldt High School. So we'll return right after this break. You're listening to Wildcat News on KHBT.
Hi, this is Julie Clendenin with Northwest Bank. Northwest Bank is proud of its partnership with the Humboldt Community Schools. Northwest Bank supports Wildcat academics and athletics and wishes the players, students, and parents continued success. Commitment you can bank on isn't just a slogan, it's the way we conduct our business to meet the needs of our customers. We offer great rates, great products, and superior service. Whether you're buying a house or shopping for a new car, come experience the difference. Northwest Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Wildcat News on KHBT, brought to you by Northwest Bank. We are talking about Shrek the Musical, which will be performed at the Humboldt High School November 6th, 7th, and 8th. Get your tickets now, $8 for adults and $5 for students. Joining me in the studio is Sam George, who will play Shrek, Taylor McKimmey, who will play Fiona, and Mason Wickett, who will play Donkey, as well as their advisor, Mike Blair, with Humboldt High School vocal music instructor. They're all with me in the studio today, and as I mentioned before we went to break, we wanted to hear some musical selections from this show. And Mike, I'll let you introduce what we'll hear and let the kids take it away.
Okay, first is going to be Mason Wickett singing a travel song that Donkey sings, and this is a song that, it's...
just mainly getting our way to the... castle.
Yeah, they're moving to the castle to find Lord Farquaad. So here we go.
Sing a song, yes, a travel song, when you gotta go somewhere, 'cause the fun is getting there. Yeah, oh, what the heck, I must confess, I love a road trip. Sing a song, hit the trail, forget the maps, forget the guides. Before you know it, you've made strides with me. And I know all I need all along is a path and a pal and a song. So I'm singing and I'm palling with you.
Okay. That's the
Good job.
Song. Yeah. Next, I think we'll have Taylor sing the Morning Person song, which we found out this morning that she is not actually a morning person.
Like any of us are.
That's an understatement.
So she's already been rescued, and she spent a night in a cave. And so she's been trapped in this castle for I don't know how many years.
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
And this is her first night, free, and first morning free out in the open. So she sings to a bird first, and next here in this section of the song, she's going to sing to a deer that she sees out in the woods.
Good morning, dear. Say, have you heard? Today's my wedding day. I haven't met my husband yet, but I'm hopeful anyway. I'll wear a gown, we'll have a ball, and dance forevermore. He'll take me in his massive arms and spin me round the floor. We've always been a morning person, a morning girl. Hooray!
Okay, good. And next we'll hear from Sam George as Shrek. And this is part of his opening song that he sings. It's called Big, Bright, Beautiful World.
Keep your big, bright, beautiful world. I'm happy where I am, all alone. I got all I need, so read the stinking sign. Keep your big, bright, beautiful world. I party on my own anyway, doing what I can with a one-man conga line. Yeah, your big, bright, beautiful world is all teddy bears and unicorns. Take your fluffy fun and stuff it where the sun don't shine.
Okay, so you can see Shrek kind of has an attitude.
It's pretty much the attitude through the whole thing.
Yeah, he likes to be left alone, but all these people just come into his life, and it turns out for the better, actually.
What's the line? It's why am I such a crackpot magnet?
Yeah.
Well, we hope everybody out there listening now is really enthused about wanting to go buy tickets and wants to see more. That Shrek the Musical will be performed at the Humboldt High School on November 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's $8 for adults, $5 for students to attend. Joining me in the studio today was Sam George, who will play Shrek, Taylor McKinney, who will play Fiona, Mason Wickett, who will play Donkey, and the director, Mike Blair, from the Humboldt High School Vocal Music Department. Thanks again, everybody, for coming in today. I really enjoyed having you guys in the studio today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Wildcat News on KHBT, brought to you by Northwest Bank.
This has been the Northwest Bank Wildcat News Program, presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank.